All right, some breaking news that just came down is Matt Gaetz, the embattled nominee to be the next Attorney General of the United States, has withdrawn his name from consideration. Um, I think he was put under pressure to withdraw his name as a investigation into his illicit activity has resurfaced to the forefront. And this is where we are right now with Matt Gaetz. Um, this is crazy. But then again, you should not be surprised about Matt Gaetz getting the scrutiny he's getting right now. Mm-mm-mm. So, former Representative Matt Gaetz out of Florida withdrew his nomination to become President-elect Trump's Attorney General over continuing allegations of sexual misconduct. It is clear that my confirmation was unfairly becoming a distraction to the critical work of the Trump-Vance transition, Gaetz wrote on Thursday on a post on X, formerly known as Twitter. There's no time to waste on the needlessly protracted Washington scuffle. Thus, I'll be withdrawing my name from consideration to serve as Attorney General. The GOP will control the U.S. Senate 53 to 47 next year, but it became clear that there were not enough Republicans willing to support Trump's controversial nominee. Yeah, because he had enemies. Now, Gaetz said he had quote unquote excellent meetings with senators on Wednesday and said that the momentum was strong for his candidacy, but Gaetz's controversial bid to lead the Department of Justice was marked by allegations he sex trafficked minors. Asked about Gaetz's withdrawal, Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell declined to speak up for Trump's choice. He just said that he thought it was appropriate. The DOJ, which Gaetz would have led if he became Attorney General, investigated allegations Gaetz committed statutory rape by paying for sex with a 17-year-old girl and for her to travel across state lines with him. That probe was dropped without charges, but the House Ethics Committee, a bipartisan panel equally divided between Democrats and Republicans, was also investigating those and other allegations and had planned to vote on whether or not to release the report on their findings just 2 days after Gaetz abruptly resigned his White House seat, or not White House seat, but abruptly resigned his seat last week. Now, the House typically does not release findings on former members, though Democrats on the panel had advocated for it remain public or to become public. A lawyer for two witnesses said that his clients testified to the House Ethics Committee about the allegations. One said that she saw Gaetz allegedly under the influence of drugs and sexually abusing a 17-year-old, though she said she did not think Gaetz knew the girl's age. Gaetz had denied the allegations. Trump wrote on a post to Truth Social that he appreciated Gaetz's efforts to win over Senate Republicans. And Trump wrote that he was doing very well, but at the same time did not want to be a distraction for the administration, for which he has much respect. Plan to appoint him last week. It is unclear whether Gaetz, who was reelected, will retake his spot in the House in January when Daniel Cameron will not take his place. And the reason why Daniel Cameron will not take Matt Gaetz's place, first of all, Daniel Cameron's out of Kentucky. not Florida. So, and second, um, Daniel Cameron is useless to the agenda. Another thing too, those House appointments are made by the governor, and I don't think Trump is going to interfere with that. But as far as like who's going to be the next AG, it will not be Daniel Cameron. It will not be Daniel Cameron. No, it will not. Now, another question that has emerged is whether Ron DeSantis will appoint Matt Gaetz as senator because Marco Rubio relinquished his position as senator to become the Secretary of State. So it will be it will remain to be seen if Matt Gaetz will either retake his position in the House or will um, Ron DeSantis appoint him as a senator to take Marco Rubio's spot. But Byron Donalds, hey, you stupid fucking coon. Hey, when you gonna grow some nuts about you and actually step up to the plate and get one of Trump's seats or whatever like that? Huh? Neither you nor Tim Scott got enough balls about you to get a seat? Huh? Y'all just love being subservient coons in it. I believe what happened is either one or two things happened, right? For Matt Gaetz to withdraw his name. One or two things happened. Either A, Matt Gaetz was under some serious pressure to withdraw his name, or else he was going to get exposed. Or B, there was some secret deal in place the way, hey, you scratch my back and we won't expose the tape or we won't expose the report. Either way, if Matt Gaetz gets tried and convicted for this crime, you know Trump will pardon him, right? Oh, and by the way, Matt Gaetz' daddy is a state senator out of Florida too. So when you talk about complexion for the protection, Matt Gaetz will get protected. I believe, despite all that nonsense that Matt Gaetz got going on, he will not do a day in jail. As much as we want to see this butthead Quagmire, yep, because he looks like butthead, talks like Quagmire, I would love nothing more than to see this Bama go to jail. But unfortunately, Trump ain't gonna let that happen. Yeah, yeah, he was showing that video to other members on the House floor. He was. Do I still got that clip? God damn it, I don't have that clip anymore. Mark Wayne Mullin talked about that. That's right. Mark Wayne. Hold up. Where's that clip? There it is. There it is. There you are, Miss America. Yeah, Mark Wayne Mullin talked about that on CNN. About how Matt Gaetz was out there showing other colleagues videos of him getting it on with these chicks and all that. Now, again, his buddy Joe Greenberg is doing time in prison for the same damn thing. Y'all remember Kevin McCarthy?
And I'll give you the
DJ,
truth why I'm
spin
not
that
speaking. It's
shit.
because one person, a member of Congress, wanted me to stop an ethics complaint because he slept with a 17-year-old. An ethics complaint that started before I ever became speaker, and that's illegal, and I'm not going to get in the middle.
You got to think about this guy. This is a guy that the media didn't give a time of day to after he was accused of sleeping with an underage girl. And there's a reason why no one in the conference came and defended him, because we had all seen the videos he was showing on the House floor that all of us had walked away of the girls that he had slept with. He'd brag about how he would crush ED medicine and chase it with an energy drink so he could go all night. This is obviously before you got married. And so when that accusation came out, no one defended him, and then no one on the media would give him a time of the day. All of a sudden, he found fame because he opposed the Speaker of the House back in November, and he's always stayed there. And he was never going to leave until he got this last moment of fame by going after a motion to vacate.
It's important to know Congressman Gaetz has never been charged with any sex trafficking crime, and he gave this statement to CNN in response. I don't think Mark Wayne Mullen and I have said 20 words to each other on the House floor. This is a lie from someone who doesn't know me and who's coping with the death of the political career of his friend Kevin. Thoughts and prayers. I'm joined now by
See? Yeah, man, that dude exposed, man. Matt Gaetz been exposed. Why you think Kevin McCarthy ain't the House Speaker no more? Because this man was responsible for Kevin McCarthy getting ousted as House Speaker. Because he wanted Kevin McCarthy to drop that ethics probe against him. And mind you, that ethics probe was before Kevin McCarthy took power as Speaker of the House. But since Kevin McCarthy didn't drop the probe, Matt Gaetz got a hair up his ass one day and filed that motion to vacate. Y'all remember when it went 15 rounds in the House? They were trying to become for Kevin McCarthy to become House Speaker, and everybody just kept opposing and all that. That was part of that, right? And part of the concession was that a single person can file a motion to vacate if and when somebody got a hair up his ass. And unfortunately for Kevin McCarthy, Matt Gaetz got a hair up his ass. So Butthead, the guy that looks like Butthead and talks like Quagmire, got what he wanted. That's how Mike Johnson is currently Speaker of the House. So again, I keep asking this question. How come does Joel Greenberg, now Joel Greenberg used to run the tax, he was like an auditor down in Florida. That's Matt Gaetz's roadie. That's Matt Gaetz's homeboy. So how y'all getting money together and boning honeys together, and yet Joel Greenberg is doing time in prison, and yet you're still running around here as a congressman, was going to be an AG. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Y'all was in the same room, boning these chicks at the same damn time, and yet Joel Greenberg is in prison and you're not. Make it make sense. And yet the most corrupt person running around out here in Congress is set to become the top cop in all the land, right? You can't make this stuff up. These jokes write themselves, man. Lord have mercy. What's up, DSA? Salute to man, DSA, Big Wash, Ted. Yeah, Matt Gaetz is a fucking creeper. Creeper. Bryce, salute to all y'all in the building, man. Anybody that's lurking in my comment section or whatever like that, if you a Trump operative or Kamala stan, appreciate you for being up in here. So yeah, now the question remains to be seen. Where does he go next? Does he take back his position in the House, or does Ron DeSantis move him up to the Senate? That's the next question, right? Because again, that Senate seat is vacant because Marco Rubio has become the Secretary of State. And he's not the only one. He's not the only one. If y'all think Matt Gaetz the only person that's getting involved in illicit sexual activity in Congress, then clearly you're not reading the room. Because I reported on Monday night that the friend of Matt Gaetz, probably the only friend he got in Congress, this woman right here, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene talked about how there were other members in Congress who not only got involved in sexual misconduct, but they were using taxpayer money to pay off the victims. Make it make sense. So yeah, I want them all. I want them all. Yeah, Joe Manchin did quit. Old girl about to quit too. What's her name? Kirsten Sinema. Kirsten Sinema got her money and she's like, you know what? I'm out this bitch. So tell us, Marjorie Taylor Greene, you know what I'm saying? You like running your mouth. That's probably the only thing you're good for, right? Tell us. Who else been getting involved in illicit sexual activity that have drugs and all that in it, huh? You guys let me know what y'all think. If you're not subscribing to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. If you want to donate to the channel, there's the Cash App, there's the PayPal. Any and all donations are accepted and appreciated. Last but definitely not least, shouts out to the mighty LDBC. This your man. Scream at me. Ho!